When connecting a 400 amp 24 volt string of batteries to a 24 volt power plant, several electrical standards must be followed to ensure safety and proper operation. In National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifically Article 480, addresses storage batteries. IEEE 902 provides a guide for electrical power distribution systems for industrial and commercial buildings, offering further guidance. A critical requirement is a physical disconnection point. NEC 480.2 mandates that batteries have a disconnect switch or circuit breaker at the point where the battery terminals are initially connected. Complementing this, IEEE 902 specifies that a manually operated disconnect switch must be installed in the battery system to allow manual isolation of the battery bank. For wiring, conductors must be sized appropriately, accounting for the load current and voltage drop requirements. It's imperative to use conductors with insulation and ampacity suitable for the battery voltage. Connections should be made with properly sized lugs, torqued to the manufacturer's specifications. Cable routing is another important aspect. Protect cables from damage and secure them properly to prevent movement. The disconnect switch itself requires careful consideration. Firstly, use a manually operated disconnect switch with a rating equal to or greater than the battery current. Secondly, install the disconnect switch between the battery bank and the power plant, as close to the battery terminals as possible. Thirdly, clearly label the disconnect switch as battery disconnect. Although a software disconnect can provide an additional layer of protection, it should not be relied upon as the sole means of disconnecting the battery. It is important to ensure that the software disconnect is fail-safe and operates independently of the power plant's other systems. Additional considerations include the enclosure. Install batteries in an enclosed space to protect them from dust, moisture, and other environmental factors. Secondly, provide adequate ventilation to prevent the accumulation of hydrogen gas, which is flammable and explosive. Thirdly, install battery monitoring equipment to track voltage, current, and temperature for early detection of problems. Finally, ensure that personnel are trained on the proper operation and maintenance of the battery system. In summary, connecting a 400 amp 24 volt battery string involves adhering to NEC Article 480 and IEEE 902. A physical disconnect is required. Conductors must be properly sized. A manual disconnect switch should be installed close to the battery. Safety measures like enclosures, ventilation, and monitoring are essential. Training personnel on the battery system is also crucial. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer for specific design and installation requirements based on the actual system configuration.